Okay, the son of Devaki, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, cannot be satisfied by anyone's study of the Vedas, charity, sacrifice, pilgrimage, or vows, as much as he is satisfied by the devotional recitation of the Gita. Okay, we are taking darshan from Radha Parish Ishwara. So we have some Radha Krishna deities in overseas, and Prabhupada named them after the name of the city. Okay, so we have Radha Parish Ishwara, Radha London Ishwara. Okay, it's like that. So this is ISKCON Paris, and they are called, the deities are called Radha Paris Ishwara. Of course, they also have Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra, and this is the full altar. Okay. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vikna Vinashna Shrima Iti Namine. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharine Nirvisesa Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatharini. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasti Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gita Mahatmya. Vimal Raj Prabhu, are you there?
Yes, Mataji. The translation: the study of the Vedas and Puranas, verily, the study of all scriptures is completed in all respect by one who studies the Gita with devotion.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. So this is all in one. So we do Bhagavad Gita reading, we covered everything else. Okay, so this is the crash course of the Vedas. So let's do the recap for chapter 10. What is the title of chapter 10? Okay, all right. Okay. Very good. So how did we start? What was the a clue is in 10.1. In 9.1, Krishna said one qualification to hear about him. In 10.1, he gave the second qualification. So can you give me both qualifications? Who can give both in one go? Okay, that's chapter 9's title, most confidential knowledge. What is the two qualifications? Okay, someone, yeah. Yeah, how to know God, how to know about God. What method Krishna recommended? Yes, Somasundar Prabhu. Yeah, that is the essence of the chapter. Yes. Any more? Okay, so two things. That qualification to hear is to be free from envy and be a dear devotee, dear friend to Krishna. Okay, after that, what did we learn? We learn about a definition. What definition is that? This is understanding Krishna. To understand Krishna, you have to hear, and there are two methods of, two qualifications. After that, to understand Krishna better, to understand his position, Bhagavan definition. Okay, throw in whatever that you remember under the Bhagavan. Right. Opulence. Okay, so while you are at it, how much of it he must possess? How much of it the personality that claiming to be God should possess it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, test your memory. Yes, in full. Okay. Aishwaryasya samagrasya. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Okay, so more. Okay, don't copy others, huh? From your memory. Okay, that's it. Very good. Betul. Okay, after that, I say samagrasya means full. Betul. Okay. So Remember when I say if you're at a situation that you are not able to read Bhagavad Gita, cannot go for 18 days course, you cannot read certain chapters. There are certain chapters at the deathbed we will recommend to read certain chapters, as a person is about to die, like Attaining the Supreme is one of the chapters that we should read before they die, or chapter 2. So let's say really have no time. So what we do? What do we do? Short of time. No time for crash course also. 4 summary verses of Gita. What are they called? 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so what you all remember from this Chatu Sloki? Chatu means 4, okay? All right, super, fantastic. So tell me, what do you know about Chatu Sloki? What do you remember? Oh, this is the earlier answer, okay. That's number 1, okay? Very good, Darshini Mataji, Sivananjini Mataji. Meaning knowing this, right? Something like that, knowing this. Okay, saya buka buku, mau check. Ten is reciprocation. Okay, very good. I think earlier somebody mentioned, how do devotees worship the Lord? Okay, yes, correct. Okay, so it'll be good if you can give me like the verse number, because you want to know the sequences, right? First, you are knowing that Krishna is the source of what and what. So you give like that, material and spiritual. He's the source of material and spiritual world. Okay, and then remember the first line of the Vedanta Sutra. What does the Vedanta Sutra say? The very first thing that you need to know about opulence or a position of God. What is the first thing? And then you come down according to the Chatusloki. What is the first thing? Who remembers what is the first line of the Vedanta Sutra? Okay, when somebody comes and throw you a question, all right? What is the position of God? Who is God? How do you answer that in one line? How do you answer that? Okay, so before we enter that 10.8, 9, 10, 11, okay, those are Bhagavan. I think it's under the Bhagavan. Yes, somebody's getting it. So can you give it in a simple word? Simple word. You imagine you're explaining to a layman. All right, how do you explain that? Well, we can expand that a bit more, Vasiki Mataji. Okay, Vimaraj Prabhu is there. He got that exact line. Okay. Prasanna Mataji, yes. Very good. So that is that, right? That is the first line in the Vedanta Sutra. Okay, what is that called? Anybody remember the Sanskrit word? He is the source of everything. You want to answer about God in one line. He is source of everything. Or in another word, everything that is whom, where everything comes from. So that is why Vimalraj Prabhu put that. Okay. Yeah, Vimalraj Prabhu, what is that exact line? Okay, so you can put the Sanskrit. Vimalraj Prabhu has gotten that. Brahman is he from whom everything emanates. Okay. So from there, you can expand a bit more, explaining on the Chatusloki's first sloka, where everybody said here correctly that he is the source of, let me see, how many of you said that correctly? Krishna is the source of everything. Okay, Krishna is the source of everything. Only 2 people mentioned it. Sivaranjani Mataji, correct. I'm the source of all spiritual material world. Okay. Okay, what's the Sanskrit term, Prabhu? You can put under your comment. Okay, so that is that. You spin off that from the Vedanta Sutra, and then you talk on the Chatusloki that Krishna is source of both material and spiritual planet. Everything comes from him. So that jives with what Vedanta Sutra is saying. Okay, so that conforms it. That's the conformation. Okay, and then knowing this, the devotees engage in his service, the wise people. And then we go next, 10.10. Sorry, 10.9. 10.9 is somebody already mentioned here. How devotees worship Krishna. Okay, Darshini Mataji mentioned it. Sivaranjani Mataji mentioned it. Okay, that's correct. And then we go to the 10.10. Okay, let me see if he has given. Okay, Dasaradan Prabhu given the reciprocation. So what is that reciprocation about? So you expand that a bit. Like Shamala Mataji expanded. Devotees are enlightened. No, that is the fourth one, right? That is 9. Okay. Yes, reciprocation from Krishna means Krishna is giving the understanding. Okay, that is the reciprocation. And then on top of that, he is showing special mercy. Janmadi yasya yataha. Okay, is that the one? Right. Okay. So let's check your answers. Okay. Krishna's opulence and benefit of knowing them. Okay, which means he is the source of both material and spiritual planet. And what is the benefit of knowing them? The benefit of knowing them is they engage in devotional service and worship him with all their hearts. And then Krishna goes on to say how devotees worship Krishna. Their life fully devoted to my service. They derive great satisfaction by enlightening and conversing with each other about him. Okay. After that, when we give Krishna our love, Krishna gives back the understanding to reach him. Okay. On top of that, if we still don't understand, he will remove our ignorance by giving special mercy, which is the torch of knowledge. Okay. All right. So, okay, correct. So generally, you all have that concept already, isn't it? Okay. All right. After knowing all this, what was Arjuna's declaration? This is 10.12 to 13. Remember how he declares? He quotes certain people, yes or no? Sometimes when you make a conclusion of your findings or whatsoever, you have your own findings, you have your own observation, and you will also quote people. Okay? All right, all right. What was Arjuna's opinion? What was Arjuna saying? This is very important because you may have your observation, you may have your reading. You may have somebody declaring something to you, but you also want to support that by quoting people, right? Sometimes you want to write your thesis or whatsoever. You have your own finding, you have your own information, your research, and you also want to tell that these scientists also agree that this is this case. What does that mean? Yes, okay. He quotes certain sages' names, isn't it? So first he glorifies, you are the eternal, you are the transcendental, original person, the unborn, the greatest. So many, right? Yes, so Muslim Prabhu, yeah, that's how he say, yes, Vasgi Mataji, Logishwari Mataji. Purest. What's that? Purest, 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 purest. Yes, purest is there. Correct. And then he said, previously, all the sages have said all this about you. Now you're declaring it to myself, to me. Okay, yourself. Okay, declaring yourself. So that is the point here. Arjuna accepts Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead, and great sages confirm it. And then what was the highlight about chapter 10 yesterday? This is all just opening, isn't it? Then only we enter the essence of the chapter, the opulence of the absolute. What did we see? Okay. Tell me some more. Some more in your own words. What did you learn yesterday? Very good. Prominent, okay, prominent, opulence that are prominent, okay, because his opulence is unlimited. Right. How we can remember Krishna in our everyday life? What else? Now you know the clue already. The clue is out already. How to remember him? Why? Because Arjuna asked question, how can we remember him? How can I remember you, Krishna? In what form should I think of you? Nah, he is the light, the sun, right? Among the stars, I'm the sun. Among the illuminaries, I am the moon. Some things like that. Okay, from nature, animals, Vedic mantras, so all these, how he is the chief of the broad categories. Okay, so all the wondrous, fantastic, amazing things of the broad categories is a representative of Krishna. Okay, so basically, the entire chapter 10 is Krishna increasing our devotion by allowing us various ways that we can see him around us. That is the conclusion. That is the essence of chapter 10. So if after yesterday's chapter 10, if today, the moment you step out of your house and you can see, oh, this reminds me of Krishna, this reminds me of Krishna, then that is success already. The success of what you have learned yesterday. Anybody experience anything like that today? So your entire 18 days is experimental. Philosophical truths. Okay, so we move on, yeah. Yeah, you can put your comments in the chat. I'm going to save all of them. Okay, so we will move into this. Okay, so who remembers the last, towards the last, right? Okay, how many texts in chapter 10? 42. So 42 is the last verse yesterday. What did Krishna say after explaining all his opulences? Not all, the prominent ones. What he did, why didn't he say everything? What did he conclude at the end? Okay, Lakshmi Mataji. Drive safe. I'm still waiting for your answers. What did Krishna say? What else? What is the first line? You remember? Does it really hit your heart yesterday? Okay, all of you got it correct. He says, but what need is there, Arjuna? For all this detailed knowledge, with a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. And that is how Krishna empowers, how a universe is powered, right? By battery or electricity or generator. Okay, it is powered by Krishna's single fragment. Okay, remember the pearl story? What do you remember from the pearls, the necklace, pearl necklace? You can actually relate like this. You can relate 2-3 verses explaining one philosophy. Anybody can relate the pearl, Sivaranjani Mataji, Shamala Mataji, Kuhan Prabhu. Are you able to relate the, what else? Who else I can call? How do you relate this to the pearl necklace? Logeshwari Mataji. Yes, Kausalya Mataji. Yeah. Okay, so now I know who should I ask questions if I want to go deeper. Right. Very good. Yes, he holds everything in place. Yeah, so you can see how it's related. Yeah, with a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. So the single fragment is like in the form of the string in the necklace. Huh? It's not visible. Yes, very good. Okay. Right. So we are connecting chapter 10 and chapter 11 by using this verse. Huh? Okay, after hearing Krishna's words in chapter 10, with a single fragment, I hold that entire universe. Now, Krishna has given the information yesterday in a theoretical form. Theory only, in a written form or verbal or words. So after somebody says things to you theoretically, so when you attend a science class, first you learn the theories. What is the next step? Any teachers here? What is the next step? You explain some theories. This is science, huh? Science. This knowledge, the entire knowledge is science. We apply. We want to go into practical. What the children usually expect the teacher to do? Very good. You're all getting the nice words here. Apply, practical, carry on. Show us. Now, this is the opening of chapter 11. Arjuna wants Krishna to demonstrate what he has said. Okay, so God should be able to declare things about himself and at the same time demonstrate what he can do. Okay, what he is. Okay, so before we move on further, I don't know if you all still remember the 5 topics that Bhagavad Gita generally covers. Do you all remember all the 5 topics? Kausalya Mataji, okay, let me ask by calling name. Okay, Kausalya Mataji, do you know the 5 topics covered in Bhagavad Gita? If no, just say no. So I will know. So I will know. Okay, no problem. What can you remember? How about Logeshwari Mataji? Kausalya Mataji can still recall and put in. How about Logeshwari Mataji? How about... Okay, I'm just going to call the names who are already been actively interacting here. Yeah, so those who have not interacted, so please put some comments so I will know. Okay, no, it's not that. Dasaradan Prabhu, do you know what are the 5 topics covered in Bhagavad Gita? Sivaranjani Mataji. Okay, I think Vimal Raj Prabhu, I'll keep you for last time. So don't mind, yeah, Prabhu. I know you have all the answers. I can feel it. Oh, can we have it in English? Oh, that one all yoga. It's not that. Okay, I give you a clue. Ishvara is one of the topics. Next, Jiva. 3 more. Who can give me 3 more? Okay, let me see who can. Kritika Mataji, would you know the 5 topics in Bhagavad Gita?
I just remember soul, time, Maya, and I mean material nature, Maya, and I don't know, Mataji. I remember that only.
Okay, very good. Okay,
Karma,
could you please put inside the chat? You put number 1, what? Then I will ask what is missing. Yes. Okay, so the full answers given by Kuhan Prabhu: soul, super soul, material nature, time, karma, jiva, karma, kala, prakriti, and Ishvara. So generally, when somebody asks you, oh, you have attended 18 days of Bhagavad Gita, so what did you learn? We learned 5 things covered in Bhagavad Gita. What Bhagavad Gita actually covers? Generally, people want to know what is the content of Bhagavad Gita. So you start by saying this 5 things. It talks about soul, super soul, jiva. You can say like living entity, God. All right, soul, super soul. Next is material nature, things that's around us. Karma, activity and reactions. 5th one, time. All right, so what we're going to cover now. So We have covered Jiva in chapter 2. And throughout the Bhagavad Gita so far, we have been covering about God. This Prakriti, Karma also we covered already, chapter 3, chapter 5. Okay. Prakriti we will cover in Jnana Yoga. Okay. Now we're going to see time. Okay. Soul, material world. Okay. It's not Maya, Mataji. It's Prakriti. Okay. Maya means illusion. Okay. Material world, time, karma. Okay. Very good. You got 4 out of 5. So one is missing, which is what? Super soul. God, you missed Krishna, the hero of Bhagavad Gita. Yeah. So one. Okay, so only one. Okay, very good, Kritika Mataji. And everybody, thank you for trying. So these are the 5 topics. Yeah, you can take a snapshot, you can type it out somewhere and keep it. And then now only we're entering the chapter 11. So Krishna already gave theory understanding to Arjuna, and now Arjuna is going to ask, show me. Okay, I want to see. Okay. All right, so here we will see the divine vision that Krishna is going to give Arjuna to allow Arjuna to see what he wants to see. Okay, spectacular, unlimited forms as the cosmic universe establishing his divinity. So all this about establishing divinity. Krishna reveals the original form of Godhead, perceived only by pure devotion service. So of course he will say, who can see this? Who can understand this? Remember, always Krishna concludes all the chapters by establishing supremacy of devotion service. Okay, so now we go on reading. We have lots of verses today, so I want you to read fast. 11.3. Okay, Mataji is not around. Lakshmi Mataji is not around. Can we have somebody to read? Ganesha Prabhu is already assigned.
I can, Mataji.
Vimalash Prabhu, okay.
Translation. O greatest of all personalities, O supreme form, though I see you here before me in your actual position, as you have described yourself, I wish to see how you have entered into the cosmic manifestation. I want to see that. Oh my God, sorry. I've distracted. I want to see that form.
Of yours.
Sorry.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Okay, previously, if you count, okay, if you have like inspired after the chapter 10 yesterday, level 1, we didn't cover everything. Yeah, we only covered few. Okay, if you're inspired, you would have gone back to read the translation. If you count, you will see there are 82 vibhutis. Vibhutis means opulence. So 82 different opulences. So Krishna has heard everything. Now he's asking Krishna to show that opulences. Okay, of course, Arjuna is already satisfied by seeing Krishna, his personal feature, but, right, he knows that probably people will not believe Krishna has said this. Okay, people might not have the same faith that Arjuna had. So Arjuna wants Krishna to show, okay, so that people will believe, will have faith on him as Supreme Personality of Godhead. For their sake, Arjuna is asking Krishna to show his form. Okay, so Arjuna is not stopping there by just believing it philosophically. He only not establishing accepting Krishna as the establishing philosophically that he is Supreme God, but also he wants him to demonstrate. Okay, so he's asking, I wish to see how you have entered this cosmic manifestation. I want to see that form of yours. Okay, 7 to 8. So y'all know what verses you're going to do, because it takes time for me to open my screen.
Oh Arjuna, whatever you wish to see, behold at once in this body of mine. This universe.
Darshini Mataji, you mute the other device. Okay, now you can read.
Oh Arjuna, whatever you wish to see, behold at once in this body of mine.
Hear double volume, double audio. So you mute that.
Oh Arjuna, whatever you wish to see, behold at once in this body of mine. This universal form can show you whatever you now desire to see and whatever you may want to see in the future. Everything moving and non-moving is here completely in one place. But you cannot see me with your present eyes. Therefore, I give you divine eyes. Behold my mystic opulence.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. So here Krishna is, you're gonna like opening a movie like that. The director is telling what you're gonna see. All right. Here Krishna is saying what to see and how to see. So what to see? Can we have, what are we expecting to see? What Krishna is telling? What is the trailer that Krishna is giving? Just this on the verse. What are we expected to see now? Number one, he said you can see everything in this body of mine. Okay. All right. Very good. All moving and non-moving things. These are the points. So this is how you extract the points very, very fast. Okay. Yes, of course. That is called universal form. Okay. So that's the second part. All that we cannot see with human eyes. So that second part. What else? After all moving and non-moving things. I mean, before that. Whatever Arjuna desired to see now, and whatever Arjuna desired to see, whatever Krishna has said in the previous chapter, he wants to see now. And whatever Arjuna might want to see in the future. Very good. So there are three things. Okay, whatever Arjuna desired to see now, whatever he may want to desire, he may desire to see in the future. What Kritika Mataji said, moving and non-moving. Okay. In here, one place. Very good. Okay, this group I really like. You can really extract the information here. Okay. And then the second part is how to see. Krishna said, you can't see with your normal eye. I have to give you divine eyes. So here, Krishna is telling, sometimes people will say, I will only believe in God when I see him. Okay, there is no proof that God has existed until you show me to my eyes. I won't believe him. For Arjuna also, Krishna has to give his divine vision, right? So it's not that easy. Okay, all your answers are correct. So you try to remember. When you type it in, you remember 1 or 2 points. That's enough already. So here Krishna is describing some of the features of his universal form, which is going to show Arjuna. Although Arjuna in one place, he can see everything all over. So that is also one point. He's just sitting on the chariot and he's able to see, he will be able to see everything. Okay, whatever he wants to see now and also in the future. Okay, this is one place. And then second point is the divine eyes. Okay. And okay, so this is happening in the middle of the battlefield. Although everybody is hearing the Bhagavad Gita, but not everybody can see the universal form. Who can see? Obviously, Arjuna can see. Who else can see? Ini isi tersurat ni. Comprehensive question. Who else can see? Of course, Sanjaya can see. Okay. Okay. Other than that, the Devas also can see. That is, the demigods also can see. Okay. So that's great. Yeah, all of you know already. Okay, let's move on. Any more answers? Arjuna and Sanjaya. Okay, of course, Vyasadeva also can. All right. So Krishna said, behold my mystic opulence, which means he is now revealing the universal form. So curtains up. All right. So 10, 11, 10. Maya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Krishna.
Arjuna saw in that universal form unlimited mouths, unlimited eyes, unlimited wonderful visions. The form was decorated with many celestial ornaments and bore many divine unpraised weapons. He wore celestial garlands and garments, and many divine scents were smeared over his body. All was wondrous, brilliant, unlimited, all expanding.
Thank you, Mataji. So I love this verse because it describes Krishna's opulence so beautifully. So this is who's describing this? With whose mercy we are able to visualize this? So this you would have read in text 9. No, Tadu, bukan Arjuna. Arjuna is seeing, but how we are getting this description? Sanjaya is telling, okay, what text 9 says. Sanjaya said, "O king, having spoken thus, the Supreme Lord of all mystic power, the personality of Godhead, displayed his universal form to Arjuna." And he says, Aneka Vaktra Nayanam. Aneka means various. So it is translated as unlimited, many. Okay, Aneka Vaktra Nayanam. Aneka Adbuddha Darshanam. Adbuddha means wonderful. Darshana means vision. Okay, so first Sanjaya described about Krishna has so many mouths. Yes, Sanjaya describing to the king. Okay, unlimited eyes. Nayana means eyes, right? Vaktra is it mouth? Okay, Darshana means vision. What is next? Vision. Okay. What is Divya Abharanam? Aneka Divya Abharanam means ornaments, right? Celestial ornament. Divya means celestial, beautiful. And then Divya Nekat Ayudam. Okay, very simple. If you know Tamil, is very fast. You can understand.
Weapons.
And then, sorry?
Weapons.
Yes, yes. Ayudam, right? Very easy. Okay, after that, he wore Malyam Bharadaram. Malyam means garland, if I'm not mistaken. Garlands and garments. Okay. Divya Gandha Nulepanam. Gandha is fragrance, divine sense. Okay. Sarvascharya Mayam Devam. Everything was wondrous, brilliant, unlimited, all expanding. Okay, so this is how Sanjaya describes about Krishna so beautifully. So what is the point that and of course everything is so beautiful and it looks give you an illustration or vision, or you can visualize how Krishna would have looked like in his universal form. What does this say? It shows that God has form, because he's described that he has got eyes, he's got mouth. Okay, he's got mouth means he can eat. Okay, he can see because he has unlimited eyes, and he's been decorated by garlands and garments, which means he has a form. You need to have a form for you to be decorated with garlands and garments. Okay, and what else? So all this Arjuna is able to see. Okay, he's got weapons. Okay, so everything Arjuna can see by sitting in one place. He doesn't have to go anywhere. Okay, so we move on quickly. Next is 12 and 13. And okay, this is all explaining what Krishna has decorated on him and how does he look, how bright he looks is described in 12 and 13. Whose turn? Okay, I don't know, Priyadarshini Mataji is here. Mataji is not here. Somebody can step in quickly. Who I did not assign today, so you can read today.
Hundreds.
Yes, here.
Somasundram Prabhu. Okay.
If hundreds of thousands of suns were to rise at once into the sky, their radiance might resemble the effulgence of the Supreme Person in that universal form. At that time, Arjuna could see in the universal form of the Lord the unlimited expansions of the universe situated in one place, although divided in many, many thousands.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. So Sanjaya is trying to describe this indescribable form. It's very difficult to describe, but he's trying to describe. So what comparison he is making, how bright Krishna is. He is trying to give a picturable visual, right? He's trying to give a mental picture, the great revelation to Dhritarashtra. Okay, he's what we can think. So if you can imagine, thousands of suns were to rise at once into the sky, and that is the effulgence that Krishna has demonstrated in that universal form. So that is one. And what is next? He can see unlimited expansion of the universe. So it is the Shastras mentioned that the universes are expanding, continuously expanding. And Krishna is showing that. Okay, the unlimited expansion. Okay, so there are 2 points here. Yeah, it's very indescribable, but Sanjay is trying to give a mental picture of that revelation. Okay, and what else? So he's giving a situation what we can compare to. Okay, if you can compare the phenomenon of 1,000 suns appearing in the sky. So that's how it's bright, the brightness. Okay, the brightest effulgence. Okay, seeing everything in one place. So there are 2 points here. Yeah. Okay, this is a picture here. Okay, again, who is describing this? Sanjaya is describing. Okay, and this verse, right? We can support this by taking a verse from Ishopanishad. Any Bhakti student, Bhakti Sastri students here? Do you all able to relate? Kuhan Prabhu, did you do Bhakti Sastri already? Who else have done? I think Shamala Mataji done. Vimal Raj Prabhu? Who has done Bhakti Sastri here? Okay, anybody else? Okay, if no, Kuhan Prabhu, answer from you, please. Do you remember which Ishopanishad talks about the, okay, Prabhu. Which Ishopanishad verse we can relate here? Okay, it's a very favorite verse of mine. It is mentioned that 15. Okay, Hiranmayena Patrena. Oh my Lord, sustainer of all that lives, your real face is covered by your dazzling effulgence, Hiranmayena Patrena. Kindly remove that covering and exhibit yourself to your pure devotee. Okay, okay, no problem. So now you can remember. Okay, now you can relate this. Okay, so earlier you can relate to previous verses and Vedanta Sutra. Now this effulgence you relate to Ishopanishad verse. Okay, here the prayer is, please remove your light. It's so bright, I can't see your face. Okay, so remove the effulgence, which means this prayer is, please remove your light. I want to see your actual form. Okay, this is just to support this verse, yeah. Okay, so it's not a must that you all should remember this, but as this for the benefit of the seasoned devotees here, this is how you relate to the effulgence. Okay, so when I see effulgence, this is actually in a simple form is Brahma Jyoti. The Jyoti has to come from a source. Okay, if there is no source, there is no light. Okay, everything has a source. Remember, Krishna is the source of everything. God is source of everything. So he's also the source of the light. And this prayer actually is evidence of asking him to remove the effulgence so we can see his personal form. Okay, so moving on. So these are more information about what Arjuna is seeing on Krishna. 15, Ganesha Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Krishna.
I'll read the translation. Arjuna said, my dear Lord Krishna, I see assembled in your body all the demigods and various other living entities. I see Brahma sitting on the lotus flower, as well as Lord Shiva and all the sages and divine serpents.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. So let me quickly explain this picture, yeah. So this is in the beginning of the creation. Okay, in the beginning of creation, Krishna started creating from Karuna the Kasai ocean. Okay, he will lie in the causal ocean. From there, from his body, from the pores of his body, a lot of bubbles will come out. Okay, this is in the creation moment, yeah. Okay, this is just a general picture. Okay, the details is in Bhagavatam. I'm just going to give you a rough picture. Okay, how creation started. So from the pores, just like how we sweat, right? For us, water come out, right? So for him, for Krishna, for Karandakasai Vishnu, from his pores, bubbles will come out like eggs, little eggs. And this egg, if you zoom, this is one universe. Another bubble is another universe. So they all will be in an egg form. Okay, there'll be so many bubbles coming out from his body. So you zoom into one bubble and Krishna enters as a second, he'll take a second form. He'll enter that universe as Garbhoda Kasai ocean. So he will lie at the bottom of the egg. So you just visualize it's like a egg. One universe is like egg. So at the bottom, there's Garbhodaka ocean. Okay, he will lie there, and from his navel comes a tall lotus stem. Okay, so if you go up and look at the lotus, who is sitting on the lotus? Lord Brahma. So first creation by Mahavishnu, and then the second creator comes, Lord Brahma, and then there will be some conversation between them. Krishna, Vishnu will tell Lord Brahma, you can start creating, and that is how Lord Brahma becomes second creator. So Lord Brahma creates the material creation. He is the person behind the material creation. Okay, so this is the vision that Arjuna is actually seeing. Okay, I see Brahma sitting on the lotus flower, as well as Lord Shiva and all the sages and divine serpents. So like this, Arjuna is seeing everyone in that form. Okay, so you can take some time to observe this. Okay, and all the way up, so you can see all these planets. Remember the chart that we shared last week? Okay, it will go down from lower planetary system to middle planetary system and up to Satyaloka. Satyaloka is Brahmaloka. Okay, so he'll be sitting at the top of the universe. Okay, and when Arjuna sees these wonderful things, Arjuna will sing some prayers in glorification of Krishna. So we can't cover everything today. Okay, but later on, okay, we're going to fast forward to the twist in the story. So earlier you see everything like so beautiful, wonderful, brilliant, everything, right? So here things will start changing. Arjuna's mood will start changing from the wondrous feeling. He's gonna get a little terrified now. So we want to see what's happening to Krishna's form that can terrify Arjuna. Okay, so we move to 23. Okay, let me see if we can read 19 to 22. Okay, just hold on, Mataji. Okay, can Mataji, who has Bhagavad Gita in your hand? Can you please read text 19? I think this is pretty important because this is where the situation changed.
I'll just read, Mataji. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Okay. Unless Vimar wants to go. No? Okay.
No,
yeah, okay, I'll go then. You are without origin, middle, or end. Your glory is unlimited. You have numberless arms, and the sun and moon are your eyes. I see you with blazing fire coming forth from your mouth, burning this entire universe by your own radiance.
Okay, text 20. Although you are one. Mataji, continue.
Okay. To 20?
20, yeah, 20, 21. Okay.
All right. Although you are one, you spread throughout the sky and the planets and all space between. Oh, great one, seeing this wondrous and terrible form, all the planetary systems are perturbed. 21. All the hosts of demigods are surrendering before you and entering into you. Some of them, very much afraid, are offering prayers with folded hands. Hosts of great sages and perfected beings, crying, all peace, are praying to you by singing the Vedic hymns.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. So here, can you see Arjuna is started to see fire, and he's actually said certain things like indicating that he's fearful. I mean, the devas are feeling very fearful, and seeing that the entire world also feeling perturbed. All the planetary systems are perturbed, so they are getting disturbed. All right, so let's move to 23.
Okay, 23. Oh, mighty armed one, all the planets with their demigods are disturbed at seeing your great form, with its many faces, eyes, arms, thighs, legs, and bellies, and your many terrible teeth. And as they are disturbed, so am I.
Okay.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. So here, this is the point where he's feelings, his emotions are changing. Arjuna's bliss, previously looking all the wondrous things, now changing to fear because he saw fire blazing and the devas are getting disturbed and fearful and there are many terrible things. Okay, so it's not very pleasing to him. Now it's no more pleasing to him because Krishna is going to show the form of time to Arjuna. Okay, right. Okay, 26 to 27. Manali Mataji. Manali Mataji is not here. Who can go? Kasthuri Rekha Mataji. Okay, somebody, please go fast.
I can, Mataji.
Okay. Vimal.
All,
yeah.
all the sons of Dhritarashtra, along with their allied kings, and Bhishma, Drona, Karna, and our chief soldiers also are rushing into your fearful mouths. And some I see trapped with heads smashed between your teeth.
Yes, so, thank you, Prabhu. So here you can see some destructions are happening. Okay, let me just continue with 28. Yeah, look at this picture here. Sanjay, this is Arjuna is describing. Yeah, Arjuna is saying, as the many waves of the rivers flow into the ocean, so do all these great warriors enter blazing into your mouth. His mouth is already blazing and all the warriors are going into the universal form's mouth. So you need to know that these are the things that Arjuna is seeing happening in front of his eyes. So Krishna's form is changing. There's a lot of fire coming out and the warriors all are going into his mouth and burning up. Okay, and then he also continues that they are rushing full speed, just like how moths dash into destruction in a blazing fire. So these are the descriptions that Arjuna is saying. He's watching all this and describing it. Okay, and this is where actually Krishna is showing the future. What is the future here Krishna is showing? Can you extract that point from here? What is Krishna is indicating here? Earlier, Krishna already shown all the wonderful things that he has explained in chapter 10. Now he's actually showing the future. Okay, can you have more detail? Okay, yeah, all right. He can actually show what's going to happen, what is already in place, already planned already. Okay. After the war, in the war, what's going to happen in the war? Okay, all the warriors are going to be dead, right? Okay, so seeing all this, Arjuna is like so perplexed. What is happening here? Okay, I can see you devouring everyone from all sides with your flaming mouths. You are covering all the entire universe with your effulgence. You are manifest with terrible scorching rays. Okay, this is all description in 28, 29, 30. These are all Arjuna's description. Okay. And he can actually see the leaders of the opposite party like Bhishma, Drona, Karna, all the sons of Dhritarashtra, their soldiers, Arjuna's own soldiers are all being annihilated. So this is an indication that after that, nearly everyone assembled at the Kurukshetra is going to die. Okay, Arjuna will emerge as victorious, and it is mentioned that even Bhishma, who is unconquerable, will be smashed. Okay, so does Karna. Okay, not only great warriors like from the other party like Bhishma will be smashed, but some of the great warriors from Arjuna's side also will be destroyed. Okay, so now Arjuna wants to know what is happening, Krishna. Now he's going to ask a very important question. 31, whose turn?
Hi, Mataji.
Okay.
O Lord of Lords, so fierce of form, please tell me who you are. I offer my obeisance unto you. Please be gracious to me. You are the primal Lord. I want to know about you, for I do not know what your mission is.
Right. So basically, thank you, Mataji. Basically, he's asking, who are you, Krishna? Who are you, Krishna? Why are you here? What are you doing here? What is your mission? So, you know, sometimes I think recently I watched this movie, I think it's a series, So this guy, he'll appear like very innocent on like a normal citizen, But later they will find this person who's supposed to like kill him, actually find out that he's even more advanced. He's already more prepared. Then she will go like, who are you? Like that, like she's so disappointed that this guy is actually more prepared than her. She thought she can deceive him, but he deceived her. So she will ask, who are you? So basically this happened in so many movies, right? You want to deceive somebody, or you underestimate somebody, or you don't know somebody, and then you want to know. It could be in a good intention also. Who are you actually? What are you here for? What are you doing? So like that, Arjuna is asking, who are you? What is your mission? Okay. Who you are, what your mission is. Okay. So now Krishna is going to reveal what he is actually. He says, time I am. This is in verse 32. Kairosha Mataji is not available to read. We would like, who can read? Kuhan Prabhu.
Okay, Mataji. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, time I am the great destroyer of the world, and I have come here to destroy all people. With the exception of you, the Pandavas, all the soldiers here on both sides will be slain.
All right. So this is, thank you, Prabhu. This is what Krishna actually showed earlier. Okay. This is a very like often quoted verse. Krishna says that he is time. I am time. Time I am. Of course, he's more than that. So his mission is to destroy everyone. So what happened is that in the beginning of his appearance here during the Dwapara Yuga, the Mother Earth, she was actually very burdened by sinful kings. There were those are not this unscrupulous king, the ones that not ruling according to rules and regulations, right? Or corrupt. Generally, we say corrupt kings. So she was burdened by these people on her earth. So she goes to Krishna and say, I have this problem. The world is burdened with lots of bad people. So please come and save. So this is how Krishna comes to destroy all the bad people. Okay, whoever they are, right, at the side, which side, as long as they are bad, he's here to destroy them. So he says, time I am the great destroyer, and I have come here to destroy everyone except you and some of the Pandavas. Okay, even the Pandavas, they escaped the war, but later on they died also, isn't it? Pandavas' children all died, right? Okay, so except for few people and some Chiranjeevi people. Chiranjeevi people means they don't die. Okay, right now I can't recall who are the Chiranjeevi people. Means they are still living, still around. Anybody has knowledge on that? Like can't recall. Kritavarma, is it? Yeah, Kripa, Ashwatthama, few of them, they are still living, something like that. Okay. Okay, all the soldiers here on both sides will be slain. So why Krishna is actually, if he can destroy everyone by himself, now why actually he's asking Arjuna to fight? One, he's setting a scene whereby Arjuna's going to ask him, Arjuna's going to go through some emotional imbalances. So Arjuna is going to ask lots of questions, and Krishna is using the battlefield of Kurukshetra as a stage for him to deliver Bhagavad Gita. Okay, and what he wants Arjuna to do. This is in 33. Whose turn?
Therefore, get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Sabyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight.
Right. Thank you, Mataji. So, point one here, Krishna is calling Arjuna as Sabyasachi. Sabyasachi has a significant meaning here. It means a person who can fight either left or right hand. Okay, that's one. Number two, who can shoot arrows very expertly. So this is Sabyasachi. So which means he is glorifying Arjuna's position as a very illustrious person, a very capable person. Okay. Next point is he's calling Arjuna to be his Nimitta Matram. Nimitta Matram means be my instrument. Okay, I've already done the groundwork. You just have to come and make a show. Like that. You just do what I say. I ask you to kill them, just kill them. Even if you don't kill them, they are already dead. I'm going to kill them anyway. So might as well you kill, and it will be a devotional service because you're doing it under my direction. Okay, what do you all think about this? You know, it's during my first class in 2020. So there's this one Mataji, you know what she said? So Arjuna is basically beating a dead snake. So it got everybody into laughing, you know. I never seen it like that. Yeah, actually it's like that, right? Okay, so Savya Sachi. And another glory about Arjuna is he's the best student of Dronacharya. Dronacharya blessed him to be the best archer. So Krishna here is reminding Arjuna, look here, you are such a great fighter. Just be an instrument in this fight. So this is an important statement for us also. We don't think that we are doing everything. We are the doer. We are speaking. We are doing this service. If we don't do this, nobody can do. No, it's not like that. We need this service for our purification, for our benefit. Okay, we want to be the instrument in Krishna's hand. All right, he is the controller and we are just the instrument. Okay, he is the doer, we are the instrument. So we always have to remember this point here. Okay, and what should be our prayer? We should always pray that Krishna, please make me as an instrument in your hand. Please make me a good instrument in your service. So this is how we should apply the philosophy here. Okay, all right, let's move on. Okay, so here, so after seeing Krishna's universal form, the beautiful one and the terrific one, Arjuna started to apologize. Okay, can we have somebody to read a couple of verses from here? 41, 42, 44. It's like in a go. 40, 41. Sorry, 41, 42, 44. Who wants to read? Who has Bhagavad Gita in your hand?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Mataji, okay.
Thinking of you as my friend, I have rashly addressed you, O Krishna, O Yadava, O my friend. Not knowing your glorious, please forgive whatever I may have done in madness or in love. I have dishonored you many times, jesting as we relax, lay on the same bed or sat or ate together, sometimes alone and sometimes in front of many friends. O infallible one, please excuse me for all these offenses.
Okay, 44.
43. 44. Is it? This one is 41 and 42. So 43 also.
44, Mataji.
Oh, 44. You are the supreme Lord to be worshipped by every living being. Thus, I fall down to offer you my respectful obeisances and ask your mercy. As a father tolerates the impudence of his son, a friend the impertinence of a friend, or a husband the familiarity of his wife, please tolerate the wrongs I may have done you.
To you. Okay, thank you, Mataji. So here Arjuna is recollecting how he has casually behaved with Arjuna. Sometimes he plays, sometimes he called him very casually, oh Krishna, oh Yadava, oh my friend. All right, he very casually addressed him and he said, please forgive whatever I may have done in madness or in love. And I have joked with you as we relax. We have laid on the same bed, sat it together. So whenever we are together, if I have done anything like this, any offenses, please forgive me. You know why? Because he's seeing Krishna as something really great now. Earlier, he was seeing Krishna as a very personal friend, cousin. Now Krishna is saying, he's terrified with Krishna's form. Oh my God, my friend is actually somebody, you know, like this, the Kala Rupa. All right. So I fall down to your feet. For my obeisance. So please forgive me, just like how a father forgives the son, how a friend forgives a friend, or how a husband forgives the wife. So please tolerate all these wrongdoings. Okay. So after seeking forgiveness, Arjuna is putting a request to Krishna. 45. Go ahead, Prabhu.
Okay, Mataji. After seeing this universal form, which I have never seen before, I am gladdened, but at the same time, my mind is disturbed with fear. Therefore, please bestow your grace upon me and reveal again your form as the personality of Godhead. O Lords of Lords, O abode of the universe.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. So here, Arjuna is feeling, okay, I'm done looking at Krishna's terrifying form. I would like you to please change your form back to your original form. Okay, this is what he is requesting, please reveal again your form because I'm disturbed with fear. So Arjuna is requesting Krishna to withdraw the fearsome form and reveal the form of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, initially Arjuna was very impressed with all the beauty, but later he was terrified. Okay, he was frightened. Okay, so it goes like Arjuna will ask, actually he will ask, please show me your four-handed form. Actually he will request, yeah, here in text 50, the Supreme, yeah, in 46, oh universal form, or thousand-armed Lord, I wish to see you in your four-armed form with helmeted head and with club, wheel, conch, and lotus flower in your hands. I long to see you in that form. So Arjuna wants to see Krishna's four-handed form. Okay, after that, Krishna will show him back to his original form, which is the two-handed form. So when Arjuna finally see this four-handed and then back to this two-handed, Arjuna declares this, oh, this form is so very beautiful. I'm now composed in mind. I'm not fearful anymore. I'm restored to my original nature. So Arjuna wanted to see that terrifying form. And then later he wants him to show that he is the source of the four-handed form, Lord Vishnu. And then finally, when Krishna comes back to two-handed form, oh, this is the form that I like. This is the form, it's very beautiful to me, very soothing to me. Okay, so he's finally satisfied with this two-handed form. So the earlier ones, it's called material form of Krishna, to show or to prove to people or to the world that everything rests upon him and he is in everything. Okay, and that he is also the source of four-handed form. So finally, it will end in Krishna showing his two-handed form. So there is a little story about this form, right? So one day, Krishna was playing with the gopis in the Vrindavan forest. Okay, and then he playfully disappeared. So when he playfully disappeared, the gopis all were running around the forest looking for him. When they were running, Krishna actually changed his two-handed form to four-handed form, Vishnu. And this, the Vrindavan ladies, they saw the four-handed form Vishnu, and guess what they did? They actually paid obeisance to him. They were actually looking for Krishna. Okay, they actually were looking for Krishna, and they know that Krishna is Vishnu, but they were looking for the two-handed form of Krishna. And then they paid obeisance with great awe and reverence. Okay, they paid respect. And then they asked, oh Lord, did you see Krishna? Like that. All right. And that's how the story is. Let me just put this picture. Yeah. Okay. So he manifested himself in four-handed form, and the Vrindavan ladies came. Okay, and then they were asking, where is Krishna? Then Radharani came. When Radharani came, the four-handed form of Vishnu, because Krishna likes Radharani so much, right? So he couldn't control himself. All right, he couldn't control himself. He cannot hold that that opulent form. He quickly changed back to two-handed form. So that is his original form. So you can see that the Vrindavan girls, they are not so much of drawn towards the opulence of Krishna. They are more interested in the simplicity of the beauty of two-handed form Krishna. Okay, so this is the little story. And then, of course, Krishna always conclude the chapter by talking about bhakti. Okay, 54.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Translation, my dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am, standing before you, and can thus be seen directly. Only in this way can you enter into the mysteries of my understanding.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. So Krishna is saying understanding him is a mystery, but who can break the mystery? Those who perform undivided devotional service. Remember the two things that I mentioned previously, uninterrupted and unmotivated. Okay, there is no selfish motive, hidden intentions or whatever intention. So the desire is always to serve Krishna, and it should not be interrupted. It should be uninterrupted. So under any circumstances, the devotional service has to go on. Okay, and then Krishna will reveal himself to us. Okay, this is also essence of Gita, how to perform the devotional service. 55.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. My dear Arjuna, he who engages in my pure devotional service free from the contaminations of fruitive activities and mental speculation. He who works for me, who makes me the supreme goal of his life, and who is friendly to every living being. He certainly comes to me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. So the point here is mat karma krut, engage in doing my work, okay, which is service. Mat parama. Mat parama means considering me as the supreme. So understanding Krishna's supreme position, you offer devotional service to him. Mad bhakta. Mad bhakta, become my devotee. It should be become my devotee. Okay, works from me here. Okay, mad bhakta, offer pure devotional service unto me. And then there are criteria of how you must do this devotional service. What criteria are here? Free from contamination. What contamination? Fruitive activity. You cannot think that, Krishna, I'm doing service for you, please give me a beautiful house. Krishna, I'm doing service for you, please give me a good job. Okay, so we cannot do this. All right, mental speculation. So if I do this, this will happen. You cannot say maybe this, maybe that. So we cannot speculate. Okay, it has to be conformed by, there is a three-pointed confirmation. Guru, Sadhu, and Sastra. Whatever the Guru says, it should be supported by the Sastra. Whatever we read from the Sastra, the Sadhus should support that. Okay, so it's like check and balance. There is a check and balance system here, Guru, Sadhu, and Sastra. So if you can maintain your practice covered by this check and balance system, then there is no room for mental speculation. Okay, so the pure devotional service means doing service for Krishna free from contamination of fruitive activities and no mental speculation. Okay, and he has to be also friendly to every living being, not just okay, I only love Krishna and that's about it. Because I serve Krishna, everything is satisfied. Yeah, that is also true, but that doesn't mean you can be unpleasant to others. So you have to be friendly to all living beings, and that kind of person will certainly go to Krishna, and that's a promise. Okay. Okay, make the supreme goal friendly to living every living being. So we will. So you all remember this. We will do this recap after 2 days. Okay, that's yeah. Okay, shall we recap this one? Okay, so Krishna is asking devotees to engage in pure devotional service. Can you give me the 2 criteria for devotional service? What does it mean by pure? When the devotional service is pure. Sometimes devotional service is not pure because we may have some intentions. So what is pure devotional service? Now remember? Okay, pure devotional service. Free from contamination. How many people have said that? Free of contamination. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. No contamination. Next one is okay. 1 person has mentioned. 2 persons. Only 2. Can you try some more? What is the next thing? Yeah, very good. Free from contamination of fruitive activities. Only 2 persons answered the second quality. 3 persons. Yes, no speculations. Okay. All right. So what is the attitude the devotee should have? What they should think. They work for Krishna, okay, making him as, yes, okay, Kumala Mataji, correct. Before that, what you should make him as? Did you all pay attention to that verse? Yes, so you work for Krishna, make him as your supreme goal, and be friendly to all. And what do you get? What's in it for me? What's in it for us? Certainly comes to the Lord. Okay. Yeah, you can go to Vaikuntha, you can go to Goloka, anywhere that Krishna is present. Okay. Yes, ultimately it's no rebirth. Okay, his abode. Yes, that is good, Dasarathan Prabhu. Yeah, that is the point. Okay, so we have actually another story, but we will not narrate it today. I have asked Pushpa Mataji to narrate it on Friday. Okay, so are we on time? Okay, not too bad. Only 5 minutes above us. Okay, so chapter 11 recap we will do on Friday. So like I mentioned, oh, there's one more verse here, 36. So this is in between, among all the prayers that Arjuna was offering to Krishna is this: oh master of the senses, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name, and thus everyone becomes attached to you. So this is in chapter 36. So you can see here Arjuna is already prophesied that Krishna's name alone can make people fall in love with him. Okay, chapter 36, sorry, text 36, so it's given there. Okay, so is it, see, it conforms, okay, this happened in 5,000 years ago. 5,000 years ago, so 3,000, how do you say 3,059 BC? So Namalvar said that Polyga verse, right? He already prophesied that people will be dancing and singing, glorifying Krishna's names. Okay, so these are all, you can use this to substantiate each other. Okay, so that's the thing. I think there's a video here. I don't know if it's not playing. Maybe I will share in the group. Okay, I think that's the end of the lesson today. Any questions? So no class for next 2 days. Tomorrow I will be away to temple whole day for a flower deco, and the next day is festival. So everybody will be in temple. It's an evening festival. You know, this is favorite festival of many devotees. So I would like to welcome everyone to come over and take part in the group prayers. If you can stay longer, then there is youth drama as well. So the drama will be about how Narasimhadev slayed the demon king Hiranyakashipu. Okay, so thank you everyone. Hare Krishna, have a good night. Happy festival to you too, Mataji. Please come over. Okay, Krishna, see you all.